Good morning, it's Tessa and Alan Hawthorn. This is my angel that I'm telling you about my miracle.
Yeah.
Miracles do come true, and he's one of my,
Yeah.
I call him my walking spiritual encyclopedia.
Well, I'm not really that, but I do appreciate everything spiritual because look at the world around us. It's so mad. Certain things are happening. There's killings and everything like that. All sorts of ugly things. And you do need people that are spiritual to be the dynamos, the important generators of spiritual electricity. You have to have that.
I like that. I never heard of this thing.
Yeah.
We are the spiritual generators.
Yes, you generate.
We're generators of
energy,
spiritual electricity.
Energy, which,
yes.
As you know, is for us a spiritual energy, and it's residing in your heart.
Yes.
It comes from your heart, and you can only detect it from your heart too. It's a very important organ in your body. It's more than just an animal organ. It's a repository of the higher self.
Yeah, Buddha.
Yeah.
See, Buddha can sense enlightened masters.
Yeah. But anyway.
And Alan has the most compassionate heart that I've ever seen in humanity. He used to come and visit one of my patients, Harry Pelech, who is now watching over us. Yeah, he came 6 times a week, and he was off like Tuesdays. I remember your schedule. And they go for breakfast, and in the dining room I give medications, and Harry and Alan would go around the breakfast time, and I would sit down with my tea and have some spiritual talk with this two gentlemen.
Yes.
This is how we met.
The spiritual things that we talked about are really the common things that most people don't give any value to. Just talking and just emanating love for each other and respect and having fun in just the ordinary things. That's more important than anything that's really ethereal. You want things to be more in tune with everyday living.
Yes.
But to develop a heart of gold, it takes a long time. And
a heart of gold.
And it takes me a long time in my life to reach the position where I am now, where I don't want anything. I don't want clutter.
He gives me everything.
I'll give Tez a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, like this little beautiful thing. Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, well,
it's so gorgeous.
You like it. Yeah.
You see that? And today he brought me a little cat.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous too. I want to share it to them.
Okay.
And you could continue your message about spirituality, Alan.
Yeah. Well, as I say, the ordinary person is really the holy people that amount to the most informed people of spirituality. They are so important, the ordinary person, but he doesn't know it. And you gotta spark, you gotta light the spark, so to speak, of spirituality by being decent to ordinary people and showing them the real importance of love of everybody, of respect for everybody, but for the love of God, especially when you get older. Everything else doesn't matter. But anyhow, you showed
I showed
cat.
My cat, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I like
the pattern. I like the
pattern. And Alan is an artist. And he actually wrote this angular thoughts. And I never heard of angular thoughts.
Yes. You know why? I figured this thing out as a type of attention getting. I use angular thoughts so that people wonder what it is.
Okay.
But when you look into it deeply, you'll find out angular thoughts is actually creative thoughts.
Creative thoughts.
And there's different types of thought.
Unspeakable words.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the meditation. I think you're gonna. It's for Sherry.
Yeah. Well, I'll get the other meditation book.
And what's amazing is Alan has this big heart for humanity.
Yes, it's true, because
Yeah.
I feel there's so much going wrong in the world that you have to do something. And just being alive, being a spiritual being in this city here, you're helping a lot of people and they don't know it. And just
Very simple.
very simple type of thing, but it's so important. You don't have to go to a church. You don't have to go and pray in a monastery or anything like that. You can just
Help a friend.
Help a friend,
Just like what you
Yeah.
did to Harry.
Yeah, and that
Can you
is
imagine having a friend who visits you 6 days a week? That's more than a job, really. I said that's more than a job. You're like worse than a nurse.
Yeah. I come and see him at about 5:30 in the morning, and
I know.
I leave at about 12:30 in the afternoon, and I have breakfast and lunch with my friend. And you know what he told me?
Yeah.
He said to me, Harry said, "You know, Al, if it wasn't for you, I would have
You'll
died
be
a long
done."
time ago."
Yes.
And we
He's so
were able
inspired.
to live and enjoy life together in the New Vista for about 5 years. And that's
Yeah.
pretty good, I think. He could have died a long time ago because he had everything wrong with him. He had cancer of the lungs, he had cancer of the
Suffering.
liver, he had a broken back, he had a bad heart, and he had suffering from his legs that were very painful because fluid used to come out in terms of blisters, and
Yeah,
then there's
it's a terrible.
ulcers
He had a terrible
formed,
pain.
and it was really painful. But he persevered. He tried painting, and I was there
And he
to.
did a lot of paintings.
Yeah.
Beautiful paintings.
I know, and he's amazing. He never touched a paintbrush in his life. Yet
And he became a
he
painter,
became
an
a
artist.
painter. He became someone
I
that I
think
would
you-
want to become myself, but I never had the opportunity.
Oh, you did. You have a lot of creative paintings.
Yeah, but
Amazing. He
that
gave
was
me
in
this.
the 1950s, though. You know, I
Is
had.
this in the 1950s?
Yes, I had.
And it looks like really like it's gorgeous. I
Yeah.
like this painting,
Yeah.
Alan. This is Alan's work.
Yeah. Well,
Amazing.
see, I wanted to become a painter, but I
Yes.
realized that
What
there was
happened?
something even greater than that. But I only realized it after I hurt my eyes, you know, and I couldn't paint anymore.
I love this one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, these were huge canvases, about
Huge canvases.
6 feet by 5 feet.
Oh,
or
they're
whatever.
big. Where did they go?
I gave them away, like I gave away all
You
my
gave away everything. You
all
didn't
my
keep
sketchbooks.
anything.
I had about 300 sketches.
300
There were
sketches.
final sketches,
Oh, wow.
so that they would have been painted for exhibitions.
Amazing.
But I never had the chance. I was going to do that after I retired from the post office, but I found that I never had the chance to really do it. But I turned my attention to spiritual things. Spiritual beauty is so much advanced in terms of art. People don't understand it. You don't have to paint bodhisattvas or Buddhas or anything like that, but to paint with the spiritual force inside you, like you see the spiritual force in the creation. You see it in the trees and shrubbery, the life force, and you know that it's a divine type of phenomena that you're looking at.
Wow.
So really, I'm very fortunate now. I don't paint, but I
You're in
immerse
nature.
myself into nature, in
You
God's
do a
creation.
lot of, you do a lot of walking.
I do a lot of that, and
Yeah.
it's necessary because I want to be around to be with my friend here, Tez.
Teza,
and
I changed my name.
I call you Tez.
I know,
Or
Tez.
Tez. Yeah,
Teza.
I like it. I call it Tez. I call you Tez. You know.
I know
It's
you've
shorter.
been calling me Tez.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's shorter for me to pronounce the word.
You're a wonderful friend, Alan, and thank you for sharing your
Well,
spiritual thoughts
Oh, thank you very much for
to the
having
most
me here.
gracious
No, you're just a wonderful person.
You are wonderful.
Well, I try to be because
You're my angel. Can you imagine without you, all these thoughts, all these writings wouldn't be here?
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Well, miracles do happen,
it does.
and they happen through the effort that a person has who has lived long enough to realize that spiritual matter is more important than anything else.
Thank you.
And so if you can do some good, which I would be doing more of, if I ever
Well, you're
win
doing a good thing.
ever win a sweepstake or something, it goes to all my friends and my relatives. I don't need it. I just need to have a meal 3 times a day, or maybe 2 times a day.
I think we're overdone now.
Okay, we have overdone.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
and blessings to all.
Yeah,
Namaste.
blessing. God bless.
God bless.